I'm Nick LeBlanc, and I got a presentation for you. Hemmings Pictures is a production company based out of St. John, Halifax. I had no idea who Hemmings was, and I was really nervous coming into this interview.
So when Nick LeBlanc walked into our office, he was wearing, this suit, which is great. I applaud him for the suit.
So when Nick came in for his interview, it reminded me a lot of my own first interview with Greg, who owns Hemmings Pictures. We both came in wearing suits. We both came in really nervous.
Our culture here at Hemmings Pictures is, far from that.
When I first met Greg, it was really kind of on from the second that I met him, as in the fact that he was such an easygoing guy, and he really made me feel comfortable right out of the bat, which was really nice. And I think we kind of did the same thing with Nick.
After a few tough questions and a few rough jokes, I felt like this was the place for me. Immediately, I felt very comfortable with the guys, and I adapted to their culture and work style very easily. And I think that made chemistry flow very fluidly and smoothly.
With the technology as accessible it is in this day and age, three characteristics that are absolutely necessary to have is you have to be very creative.
I think that you have to have this internal dedication and motivation that goes far beyond what a lot of people do. This is a field where we work crazy hours, any conditions, we work with anybody and everybody. So one day we could be out on the streets filming homeless people, next day we could be filming the richest people in the world. You've got to have this dedication, this drive to really make this work.
You have to be innovative, and you have to be able to work independently, but also more importantly with others.
Because we're working with so many different people, whether it's clients or editors or producers or DOPs. There's always got to be such a great line of communication all the time that everyone knows what's going on. And if you don't have the communication skills and can work with people really well, you're not going to make it very far. I think that you've got to be a little bit crazy. It kind of ties to the last one, you really got to be able to push yourself.
One person that would influence me the most would probably be Lachlan. He was a co-op student himself a few years ago. Now he's a very important man with Hemmings Pictures. He's become a professional right outside of high school.
This industry is compatible with my own personal lifestyle, in the sense that, this is a job. We get paid for it, which is great. It's wonderful. But it's also a passion and a hobby of mine.
How's this job compatible with my lifestyle? I like to push myself, and I want to be better than I was the day before. And this job, where it's ever changing and you have to stay on top of the technologies, the techniques, I have to be the best every single day or I'm going to be out of a job. As Nick had mentioned, that I was a co-op student myself when I started this whole journey in filmmaking, is that, it was really my ambition and my drive to really go out there and grab what I wanted. And I see a lot of the same characteristics in Nick, that he's really lucky that he has a really great ambition and drive to get what he wants. And he's left such a great impression on us, and we're going to try to make it happen for him to work with us one way or another in the future.
Having Nick LeBlanc here for this term has been a great help. I've utilized him as a producer. He's doing administrative things. He's taken a massive administrative load off of myself and also off of Greg Hemmings. But I know most importantly, Lachlan has used him extensively as an assistant editor and also as an assistant or production assistant on shoots. He's filled in the gaps or bridged the gaps that this company has had for a long time due to a lack of personnel.
So his time here, he's been so good with working with me and really following directions, and I can really rely on him, which is a really great skill. So it's been a real charm to work with him.
So this whole experience has been great. I've got to see pre-production, production, post-production, and I've got to be involved with all these projects. Now I really want to thank Dixie and Miss Butler for this wonderful experience, and of course guys at Hemmings House.